So then from the end of the horizontal line, you're going to measure and mark 1 inch down along that bottom curve. Hi, it's me, Shania, and I'm back again with another video for you, my darling.
Shania, Shania.
Today, I'm so very excited to show you how to make this super cute denim bustier inspired by Shein.com. I am so here for it. Now, before we get into this tutorial, I have 3 quick things to say, super quick. The first thing is I've broken this tutorial down into 2 parts. So the first part, I'm going to be showing you how to create your pattern and cut it out and transfer it over to your fabric. Then the second part of the video, I'm going to show you how to take your fabric pieces and sew them together so that you have the final finished bustier. And then the second thing I want to tell you is that I am on Instagram, and I love when you guys reach out to me, so feel free to DM me on Instagram if you have any questions, or if you just want to stop by and say hi. I'm here for it. My strap is falling. Right. The third thing I want to tell you is that I am offering free 20-minute consultations on my website for a limited time only. So if you have any sewing questions, or if you want to start a YouTube channel, or if you just want to say, hey girl, what's going on? I'm here for it. You should check out the link down below to book your free consultation while the offer stands. And that's all I have to say. So let's go ahead and get into this tutorial. Okay, so I'm starting with my torso block, which I have a video on how to make, or you can go to my website and download free ones for yourself. And I'm using tracing paper because it's obviously easy to see straight through it. And I'm literally just going to trace the top half of my torso block. So from the shoulder down to the waistline, and I'm tracing all of the markings and the dart and all that good stuff. And here it's kind of light, so I end up just kind of retracing it so that it's a little darker and connecting all the lines. I'm using an L-shaped ruler because this really helps with getting like the right angle, the right angle. And yeah, I'm just making sure the lines are clear, and I repeated the same steps for the back of the torso block, like so, like that. Okay, so now we're going to start with the front, and I am measuring the midpoint of the shoulder line, and I made a mark. Then I'm just drawing a straight line down to the bust point from that shoulder mark. And then I'm measuring my bust radius, which is from my nipple all the way down to my bra wire, and that for me is 4 inches. So starting from the bust point, I'm just going to measure and mark 4 inches all around in a circle, and that will form my bust radius circle. And then I'm just going to connect all of the points so that I have a circle, like so, like that.
Like so, like that.
Yeah, it should look like this. All right, the next thing you want to do is you want to measure a 1/2 inch where that line intersects with the bust radius circle. So I'm measuring 1 full inch, on the left, and then 1 full inch on the right, and I'm marking it. Okay, and then from the dart legs, so this part right here, I'm gonna measure a 1/2 inch on both sides of the dart leg, and I'm gonna make a mark, and then I'm going to basically connect those 4 points that I made to the bust point. And you see it forms a nice little X, and this is basically our contour. This is what's gonna snatch that area. And then from the bottom points, I'm just going to connect that straight to the bottom of the dart legs where the waistline is. And so now you see we have an X that kind of like meets the bust point, and I'm just going to round out that area near the bust point just so that the fabric will lay flatly around our nipples, because we don't want that pointy bra, like Madonna style type bra, you know what I mean? Okay, so starting from the bust line, you're gonna measure a 1/2 inch up, and then you're going to take that mark and you're going to make it 1 centimeter long. Again, 1 centimeter. I know we've been using inches this whole time, but The line is just 1 centimeter. So from the end of that line, you're just going to draw a curved line that blends into the bust radius circle. You could freehand it, or you can use your curved ruler to make sure that you get a nice smooth line. Then from this line, you're going to measure and mark 1¼ inch down. Same thing on the other 2 lines, and you're just going to make a mark. The further down this line you make your mark, the more of your breast will be exposed, and the higher up, the less of your breast will be exposed. So the choice is really up to you. The next thing I'm doing is I'm just making a line that connects the end of that horizontal line to the first mark that we made. So then from the end of the horizontal line, you're going to measure and mark 1 inch down along that bottom curve. And then from the end of this curved line, you're going to measure and mark 1.25 inches down. And you're going to also mark 1.25 inches down from this point as well. Then you're going to draw a curved line to connect those 2 points. So after I made this line, I felt like it was too straight, so I ended up going back and making it a little bit more curved. The beauty of having a curved ruler. Anyways, so from the end of your chest line, you're going to measure and mark ½ inch in, and then you're going to make that ½ inch mark 1 inch long. From the top of that line, you're going to draw a curved line to connect it to this point, and then from the bottom of that line, you're going to draw another curved line to connect it to the second point, and then you're going to draw a line to blend that point in. Okay, so going back up to that first line that we made, we're going to measure and mark a ½ inch on the left and on the right side of that line, and then from both of those marks, we're just going to draw a straight line that meets the curved part of our pattern. And right now I'm just darkening the line so that you can see it more clearly, and then I'm just going to draw a curved line to connect that kind of gap that's right there so that we have like one curved line. Okay, so from the waistline, you're going to measure and mark 1.5 inches up on both sides of the waistline, and then you're going to draw a horizontal line to connect both of those points, and that's going to be where your bustier will end. And if you want it a little longer, then you can make this line a little lower. So it's really all up to you. And this is now what your front pattern will look like, and I just kind of colored like the different pieces so that you can see the outline of the pattern. So now we need to work on the back pattern for our bustier, and I just took my back torso block and I put it on top of my front torso block. Since it's tracing paper, I can see, and I'm literally just tracing over that bottom line from the front. Okay, so now we want to extend this line that's between the dart legs. We want to extend it up to the chest line. Well, it's not really the chest line because it's the back, but you know what I mean. And then you're gonna just draw a new line that blends from this point all the way down to the bottom of the dart leg. You're gonna repeat the same thing on the other side of that line, and that's basically just going to be the contour for the back part of our pattern. So starting at the shoulder line, you're just going to find the halfway point, so that for me was 2 inches, and make a mark, and then you're going to draw a vertical line from this mark that meets the chest line. You're going to measure and mark a ½ inch on both sides of that line, and then you're going to do the same thing at the bottom of that line, a ½ inch on both sides. And then you're going to draw a vertical line on both sides of that original line that was already there, and you're just connecting the 4 points. When you're done, your strap should look like this. Then you're going to go back to your front pattern and you're going to make notches, just so that you can make sure that your pattern pieces line up when it's time to sew them. And then I'm just labeling the other parts of the pattern just so that I know what is what, where goes where, and blah blah blah. So you can look at this diagram to see how I labeled my pieces. Maybe it might be helpful to you, maybe not. And then I'm just cutting out the pattern pieces so that I can get that much closer to putting this damn thing together. When you're done, your pattern pieces should look like this, and we're almost done, but we just have to do something else. So I'm going to take the centerfold piece and I'm going to put it on top of some folded pattern paper, and I'm going to glue it down, and then I'm just going to cut all around the pattern. And when you open it, you'll see that you have one shape, and that will be the division between the two cups in the front. Okay, so then you're going to take pieces B and C and you're going to put them together on a piece of scrap paper, and you're just going to trace the outline of the two pieces together, and then this will be the top of your bra cup. And I'm just retitling the pattern piece and replacing it here. And now we're going to do the same thing with the two straps. So with the front strap and the back strap, we're going to put the two pieces together on some scrap tracing paper, and then we're just going to glue it down and then trace the outer edge of the two straps, and then you'll have one strap like this. And these are the final pattern pieces that you have. Whoop, whoop. Yay! So we've finished part 1 of the tutorial. Now it's time to head over to part 2, where I'm going to show you how to take these pattern pieces and transfer them to your fabric so that you can get to stitching and finalize this denim bustier. And yeah, so head over to that part 2. I'll see you over there. Ciao.